our sixth graders in Ms. Jan's class picked some of the emotions that people may have felt on that day, and they researched pictures that showed those emotions. And we have prepared a reader's theater script called Never Never Forget 9/11.
I am Lady Liberty. I have welcomed immigrants from across the world to the United States of America, lighting the way to freedom with my torch held high.
Thank you, Lady Liberty.
I have watched this nation grow and change since I was dedicated in 1886. Standing by the New York Harbor, my eyes have seen the timeline of history from the local ferry to the international airplane.
What have you seen, Lady Liberty?
I saw the New York skyline grow like a garden of skyscrapers, including the Empire State Building and the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. Now I cry, never, never forget 9/11.
Never, never, never forget 9/11. But why?
Just listen to the radio flashbacks and imagine you see what I saw.
Flashback. This is live radio with up to the minute news. At 8:46 this morning, September 11, 2001, an airline jet crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York. The tower blazes with smoke billowing.
Evacuations are underway and emergency personnel are responding. No details are known concerning the cause of the crash. Stay tuned and we'll keep you up to date. I saw the jet crash into the side of the North Tower of New York's World Trade Center in 2001, and I caught. Lady Liberty couldn't stop the attack.
What do you mean, the attack?
Flashback. This is live radio with up to minute news. In case you missed it, at 8:46 this morning, September 11, 2001, a jet hit the North Tower of New York's World Trade Center. One tower of the Twin Towers was burning. The smoke rising like a dark flag.
Oh no, another plane has hit the South Tower of the World Trade Center. There has just been another explosion in the second tower, ladies and gentlemen. I saw the second jet crash into the side of the second tower at 9:03 in the morning, September 11, 2001. I wept. Lady Liberty felt helpless.
Why, Lady Liberty?
The Twin Towers were filled with thousands of people, and thousands more were on the streets going to work. There was no warning.
Flashback. Live radio with today's news. The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York are both burning now. It appears to be an act of terrorism, not an accident.
Sirens are blasting and emergency personnel are helping as much as they can. People are running all over. I watched the first responders into the burning building. Firemen, policemen, and rescue workers all ignored the danger of their own lives in order to save the lives of others. We honor them and we will never forget.
We will never forget.
Flashback. This is live radio with the latest news. The United States of America appears to be under attack. Besides two planes hitting the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., representing the nation's military, was just hit by a different jet at 9:42 this morning, September 11, 2001.
No details are available. According to the witnesses, the jet seemed to disappear into the side of the Pentagon. Rescue workers are again on the scene and evacuations are in progress. We'll keep you up to date. I didn't see the jet crash into the Pentagon, but I can imagine the plane flying low over the rivers and the roads. The Pentagon is not a tower. A plane will have to fly low. My heart aches for this nation and the world.
We will never forget 9/11.
Flashback. This is live radio with the latest news. Ladies and gentlemen, a fourth jet has veered off course and appears to be heading toward the Washington, D.C. area, perhaps the White House. Evacuations of government buildings are underway.
I heard the cries of fear in New York. City walls echoed voices of panic. We're at war. More planes are coming. Run, hide, others side. Oh my God, help us. I mourn the loss of life. Flashlight. This is live radio with the latest news. The South Tower of the World Trade Center was just collapsed. Less than an hour after the escape, the hijackers today. There's a huge cloud of dust and ash chasing people on the street. People are running from the smoke and flying debris, but it's impossible to outrun the wind. I saw the South Tower of the World Trade Center being built. 110 stories. I saw it all fall. 110 surrounded. People were trapped in the rubble. I knew some would survive, and this nation of survivors, built from many survivors.
We're survivors.
Flashback. This is why radio played as news. In a strange turn of events, hijacked Flight 93 that appeared to be heading toward Washington, D.C., just crashed at 10:06 this morning in Pennsylvania field.
We don't know the details. Perhaps some passengers become heroes trying to intercept the terrorist hijackers before they reach Washington, D.C. Stay tuned for the latest on 9/11. I saw heroes on 9/11. Some entered burning buildings to save people. Some sent warnings. Some protected women, children, and elderly, and the disabled.
Never forget the heroes of 9/11.
Flashback. This is why radio is the latest news. 2 hijacked airplanes crashed into each of the twin towers of the World Trade Center this morning. The South Tower collapsed with a cloud of smoke, ash, and debris rolling down the street. The North Tower is still burning.
We interrupt this broadcast for up to the minute news. The burning lockdown of the World Trade Center has just collapsed. Ladies and gentlemen, another cloud of smoke, ash, and debris. I can't believe it. I was in shock like so many others in New York and around the globe on 9/11. People fell toward me. I offered hope. This is a nation of overcomers, built from many nations of overcomers.
We're overcomers.
Flashback. This is why radio is the latest news. It's still 9/11, perhaps one of the worst days in history. The rubble from New York's Twin Towers still burns, and smoke curls up into the empty skyline. A crashed hijacked plane still burns in the Pennsylvania field.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. still burns where a French hijacked plane crashed into the side of the building. Wait, in a section of the Pentagon where the plane crashed has also flagged. This is a very sad day for America, a very sad day for the world. Being a statue, I couldn't really speak that horrible day. The United States President George Bush did. He was with some school children and he heard the news of the attack. These are some of the words he later spoke to the nation. These acts of mass murders were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat, but they have failed. Our country is strong.
Our country is strong.
A great people have been moved to defend the great nation.
A great nation.
Terrorist attacks can shake the foundation of the biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
Foundation of America.
America was targeted to attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world.
Freedom and opportunity.
And no one will keep the light from shining.
I hold my torch up proudly for freedom.
I thank the many world leaders who have called to offer their condolences and assistance. America and her friends and allies join with all those who want peace and security in the world.
The impact on families reaches around the globe. The attacks killed nearly 3,000 people from 93 nations.
2,753 people were killed in New York.
184 people were killed at Trinidad. 20 people were killed on Flight 93 that crashed into a Pennsylvania building.
Never forget 9/11.
For all those who grieve, for the children whose world has been shattered, for all those sense of safety and security has been threatened, I pray they will be comforted by the power greater than any of us, spoken through the ages of Psalm 23. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me.
Never forget.
This is a day when all Americans from every walk for life unite in resolve for justice and peace.
Unite for justice and peace.
None of us will ever forget this day.
Never forget 9/11.
We honor our rescue workers.
We honor the heroes of Flight 93.
And we will honor all the lives lost in this tragedy.
And we honor all the lives lost in this tragedy.
Never, never, never forget 9/11.
We will never